Hello, everyone. Welcome to Development Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis, coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Jiunn, Seth, guys, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Good man. I'm gonna blow away like Dorothy, but other than that, I'm doing good.
This is an emotional review, man.
Yeah,
This is an emotional recap.
yeah. So today we are talking about I guess it would be the final release from Nat Sherman, the Nat Sherman Timeless 2020 TAA Limited Edition. Cigar is a Toro 6x50. Comes out of the Plasencia factory in Nicaragua. Wrapper, binder, filler, all Nicaraguan from Jalapa. Price point is $12. Cigar was released in March of 2020. So with all that out of the way, June, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
Last release. Is it timeless? Is it? Okay. All right.
Damn.
Um,
Dang.
no, but I have good things to say about this cigar. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a very balanced, full flavor cigar. When I say balanced, full flavor, the flavors are like it popped really well. It wasn't necessarily really complex or anything, but super flavorful, and the flavor profile was very balanced. I got this really nice syrup-like sweetness to it and consistency to it. Bread, nuts, and the white pepper that I got was just enough to accent the overall profile. So I really like this cigar. I also really liked the look of it. I'm a sucker for more of that, like
Matte Black.
yeah, that matte black kind of
Murdered out look,
yeah,
as the
like
old
that
people
kind
would
of a
say.
look. Yeah, exactly.
Murdered
Um,
Out.
Murdered out. Yeah,
I've
like
never even heard that.
yeah, it's West Coast slang. Okay. It was cool. Like I would actually really love to get more of these. So I think I'm gonna get some, and I'm gonna smoke it like it's timeless.
All right, Seth, what were your overall thoughts?
Checking out this murdered out stuff now. Love this.
It's when you get a
No, listen,
car and everything's
No,
black
like
on the
you
car.
black out.
exactly.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
blacked out.
blacked
Blacked
out.
out.
Yeah,
Blacked out. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah. Listen, I thought this was a great Nicaraguan puro. Awesome flavors, earth, chocolatey, spices, stone fruit, some coffee, smokiness. Just smoked great from beginning to end. Great body and strength level to match with it. Well made cigar.
All right, so now with the crossfire, let's go, John.
Yeah. So I mean, you hate to see it go out like this, and I'll just preface by saying I think it's pretty clear when you smoke enough cigars, when you light up and you're like, oh man, I got a dud. And I think it's important that people realize that you can't judge a line, you can't even judge a release on necessarily one cigar. And when we've smoked enough cigars like we have, I think I can recognize right away, like this is not what it should have been, and it was a poor experience. The overall flavor experience was pretty average throughout. I mean, there were some interesting flavors there, but they never harmonized. They never came together in a way that kept me interested. And I think really what hurt the cigar was my draw was almost completely resistant, so right below the plugged level. And I think that was kind of the root cause of everything I had because that draw issue caused just a constant relight problem. Like I lost, I think I had three relights, which is, when you have three relights in a cigar, something's wrong. It's not what it should be. And that really damaged the whole experience for me. So I think if you're tuning into the review, you probably just should throw out my part of the review, pay attention to the other three guys, because I think that's pretty representative of what the experience should be. And I got the cigar that was made at 3:30 in the afternoon on the weekend before a holiday, and people wanted to go home, and it happens, man. And I think it happened here for me.
Yeah, for me, the cigar had a nice start, but became pretty average as the core flavor profile became, pretty simple, kind of maintained that level the rest of the way. With the price point being what it is, probably not something I'm going to return to, so I will forfeit my allotment to June so he could stock up. So let's get in the scores. Start at the top with Seth, 7.27. June gave it a 7.07. I gave it a 5.75, and John gave it a 4.38. So Seth, how'd that 7.27 match up for you?
Yeah, listen, I thought it was a fantastic blend. Love the profile. I think it's going to age really well as also. It's kind of like Davidoff, Nicaragua. I think sometimes, Dominican Republic puts out the best Nicaraguan puros. This is actually made in Nicaragua though, so it's really good cigar. It's kind of crazy too that probably the last Nat Sherman we'll ever review and talk about.
Yep.
And it's kind of funny is they kind of announced that they're going out, and in some ways I think they went out producing some of the best stuff they ever made. Well, you have a lot of other companies that just kind of fade away, and then along the way they're producing absolute garbage. So it's kind of crazy to have an ending for this.
All right, Jiunn, 7.07.
After what Seth just said, I almost shed a tear, and that was really good, Seth. Thank you.
Thanks, Jiunn.
Okay. Yeah. You know what I'm most bummed about? I've always wanted to visit the Nat Sherman store in New York City. I've heard, especially one of my good buddies that used to live. I'm not sure in Manhattan, somewhere in Manhattan. I'm not sure where, but he got me into cigars back in the day. And when he lived in Manhattan, he would tell me about how great of a stores to go visit and like the history and all that of it. So I'm bummed that I won't get to do that. I know inkling of what like old cigar shops look like by going to that one cigar lounge you recommended me in Chicago, Aaron.
You and Reese?
Yep, yeah,
Yep.
and ever since going to somewhere like historic like that, I've always wanted to visit more. That are very few out there, of course,
Right.
and this not going to be able to do that. So that's a bummer to not see that history.
Yep. My 5.75 matches up well. Slightly above average flavor profile. Had a couple issues with the burn. Draw was slightly tighter, but not that big of a deal. It was that's what matches up to that higher fives. John, 4.38.
Yeah, man, I hate to see it go out like this. I wish I would have had another one to review. Sometimes it just happens like this. I am also bummed that I didn't get to go and smoke a cigar at Nat Sherman because that's kind of one of those things you just kind of want to check off your list, and it's sad to see industry icon go away like that. I agree with everyone else. The Nat Shermans I've smoked up until now have been great, and I've been really digging the latest releases. Maybe I'll return to one of these if I can get my hands on it before they're off the market, and maybe do a redux. But disappointing experience, which I don't think reflects what the cigar is clearly.
All right, any other final thoughts from you guys on this one?
I hope this doesn't get me off of Michael's Christmas card list because it is what it is.
Yeah, I think he's.
We'll get you another one.
Yeah,
We'll get plenty.
Yeah.
Okay, one from Davidoff.
All right, if you just catch this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. Also, check out the full written review on the website, developandpass.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.